Hi folks, Dan here. I've got a tip of the week. This is a new thing that I'm going to start to do. Every week I'm going to attempt to release a favourite tip to help buyers and sellers throughout a sales process, and of course brokers if they're watching as well. This one is in relation to the sales process and making sure that it settles on time. The date that was specified at the beginning of the sales process, we make sure that all best endeavours are adhered to and that the smooth transition of sale on the date that's specified for settlement can occur. Excuse me. Now this one is, what I like to do is I like to put together a sales timeline, a bit of a to-do list for each buyer and each seller. And each buyer and each seller can see the other person's to-do list and also make sure that the other person is completing that to-do list. So I'll have a to-do list for each buyer and seller, and I just like to call it the transition checklist. Transition checklist, folks. Remember that name. It's very, very simple to write and really only takes a little bit of consideration from either a buyer or a seller or a broker to identify in a certain timeline the things that need to occur. And I'm talking from an operational sense for each buyer and a seller. I'll give you some examples in a moment. The things that need to occur to make sure that the settlement occurs when it's stipulated. Now, I only introduce this list once there's an exchange of contract, because really that's when the buyer and seller are communicating together and assisting each other throughout the transition process. So things that might appear on a transition checklist would be things like making sure that the buyer has arranged a merchant facility. You don't want to leave that one to the last minute. Believe me, that can cause some serious delay. Making sure that the buyer has arranged a bank guarantee for the landlord and their certificate of insurance, a certificate of currency for their public liability insurance. Things for the vendor could be making sure they're cancelling their insurances, or introducing the staff to the new owner, or making sure that they're winding down suppliers and telling things like utility companies that their last day of a trade is occurring on X date. So any broker that really wants to make sure that the sales process finishes on the time that's stipulated, and guess what, if you're a broker, the benefit of this is that you protect your interest and your commitment and your hard work throughout this whole sale process to make sure that it settles on time and you get paid on time. That's really important. So the whole thing here is, guys, to make sure that there is that there are no surprises at the end, to clearly detail anything that needs to occur on the buyer or seller's side from an operational perspective. And remember, solicitors, that's not their role to look at. They will simply focus on the transactional aspects of the assets from a legal perspective. They won't advise you on the operational aspects that need to be transferred from one seller to the buyer. Okay, that's enough for me, folks. That's my tip of the week. Put together a transition checklist ready to go on exchange of contracts and have each buyer and seller tick off things as they go. Okay, bye.